4 are not here, but we have Steve Bringle from District 3 and Glenn Turner from District 5, and you guys can, Steve, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? And what we'll do is I'll ask questions for District 3 first, and then I'll ask questions for District 5 after that. So we'll do all of yours and then all of yours. Good. All right, go ahead. And then our timekeeper is right down front and center.
Good evening. I'm Steve Bringle. Appreciate everyone here. Appreciate Ms. Echo inviting me. And I guess to start it off with, I was a commissioner for 24 years. When I went into being a commissioner, the county owed $63 million on schools. And the last year I served, we went debt free. Now, when I won that race, the late Addison Bringle called me to his house. I won't ever forget it. He said, Steve, what you do when you get up there at your first meeting, you get beside Johnny McIntyre and have her how he votes. That's why you vote for about a year till you catch on how things work. I said, yes, Mr. Addison. So, anyway, I'm married to Jan Goforth. We've been married 49 years. We got 4 kids. I graduated from Byers Hall High School in 1969. I drove a school bus for 22 years. Johnny Jones is back there. He was with me one morning that he was the decoy of the bus, and we took that gun off that kid over on Long Street. You remember this, Johnny? But anyway, the only reason I drive a school bus is for insurance. Only. They get under your skin.
We got time.
They will put you to the test.
All right, we're ready to go into our first question. We've got time here to show us that. All right, so our first question is, same as in District 2, what are the top unaddressed issues in District 3, and what specifically will you do in your term to make progress on those issues?
Well, I think the ambulance service needs to be at a more rapid rate of making the scenes quicker. We got Garland and we got Gilcage. And down the road, we got Tipton County Fire Department at Drums. And I think that would be one of the things that I would try to get them to expedite the ambulance service.
All right, and so you spent 24 years on the county commission. You're not an incumbent, but you have spent 24 years in the county commission. So you stepped away, and now you're running again. What brought you back, and what does District 3 need right now that you felt you had to answer that call?
What has brought me back is the people in our district still call me to get things done. They say the present commissioners, they call and they will not either call them back or say they're going to call them back and they did not respond to them. What you got to do if you're going to be a commissioner and you serve the people, you serve them. There's 3 things you do. You can take care of your constituents, number 1. Number 2, you take care of your constituents. And number 3, you take care of your constituents. When they call you, you respond. No matter if you can get it done or don't get it done, you call them back. And I think that's one of the things that's missing in District 3 right now.
All right, and so then your final question. So you're running as a write-in candidate. Can you explain to voters how that happened and why you chose to stay in the race?
2 days before the deadline, I was running as Republican. I had run as Republican 3 out of 4 times, had given money to the Republican Party, and I got a call from the Election Commission at 10 minutes to 5. Said my name had been taken off the ballot. I did not have time to get an attorney to represent and fight it. So I am running as a write-in candidate. trying to be a town commissioner again and try to serve the people of District 3 in my best capacity.
Thank you so much. That's all the questions I've got for you.
Thank you. One other thing before we move on, there's 3 things that you can count on.
Okay.
That's your fingers, your toes, and Steve Bringle.
Thank you so much. Next, we have District 5 Commissioner Glenn Turner. If you're friends with him on Facebook, you'll know him from the What Did Glenn Find in the Ditch series he does during mowing season. Love it. And then also he talks about the music that he listens to on his way to the dump. Love it. Fantastic. I tell you that every time I see you. All right. So we'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself. You've got 90 seconds.
Thank you. 2 things. We're not lying. These lights are bright. I may not be able to drive home. I'm in the car for a little bit. And second thing is, and I'll echo what everybody else has said, that this is a great forum to try to get people engaged in the election process. I mean, me and Randy Rose basically running unopposed, but I wanted to come simply because they were putting this on. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name's Glenn Turner. If you're from South Tipton County, you probably run across me over the years. I'm not from Tipton County. I came out here in 1989. I was single. I was coaching football, and that's all I was really worried about. And I just sort of stuck. So I've been here since '89. I married Stacy before us. Got 3 kids, 2 older ones and 1 younger one, much like you echoed. That little situation going there. Still got one in school. Draw Social Security, got one in high school. Anyway, so I've been involved with education out here since '89. I've been, teacher, coach, assistant principal, transportation supervisor. Fun job, Steve, and keeping up with the buses, and then went back as principal in Mumford Middle School, and then I came back to the board in 2011, doing several administrative things. I actually retired last year, and I told somebody the other day, I've been working supposedly part-time, but this year I'm actually going to be part-time, so I'm slowing down. I don't know if I like that or not.
All right, so our first question for you is, you've served several terms representing District 5. You flagged the lack of sewer infrastructure along the Highway 14 corridor as an ongoing concern that hasn't received state support. So that came from our voters guide that we put out in April before the May primary. Where does that stand today, and what does a 5th term look like on a specific issue?
Well, I think I might have written down the wrong terms. I think I'm starting would be my 6th, I believe.
Oh, okay.
We started year 21 coming up,
my
so
gosh.
if my math is, I'm not very good at math. We do have a grant, and we're going to form a West Tennessee Wastewater Authority, which will help with sewer water, not necessarily out on the 14 corridor, but it will help, and it may work in there at some time, but the mega site is going to have a wastewater treatment plant, and we think now that they might let us use that to pump sewage back to get it treated, and then so we'll be able to provide sewer to the east part of Tipton County, which is very vital, because when you get sewer out there, you can get retail development and stuff of that nature on the Highway 14 corridor, and it helps with taxes, keeps your property taxes low. We can increase industrial tax, we can increase sales tax. So hopefully good things will be coming. We've been talking about the mega site for several years now, but I think it's fixing to come along, and we do have some industrial property out there as well, so it should help as far as keeping taxes low.
Thank you. So what are the top unaddressed issues in District 5, and what specifically will you do to make progress on those?
District 5 and District 4 sort of unique in the fact that my entire district is almost the city of Mumford. So I really, now as a county commissioner, I really don't have any authority, if I had any at all, in the city of Mumford, other than just having a great relationship with the elected officials at Mumford. But obviously the main topic down there is Mumford Avenue, Main Street Mumford there not being paved. And, the state's been giving Mary Cole a runaround for several years now. They did pave part of it, the front part of it the other day, I think. So, hopefully, I talked with Mr. Giannini, and I also will talk with Mr. Fleming. If they get elected, we really need some, I'm not gonna call it pressure, but we need somebody to help us get the rest of that paved. But that's the number one thing. Second thing is people talking about, they don't understand the tax assessment. And that's something I need to educate myself on so I can talk to these students more about it to help, alleviate their fears or help them understand.
Thank you. And so your final question is, from where you sit as both a commissioner and working with education, how well is the county keeping up with what growth is demanding of District 5?
Tell you what, I think Billy said it best about how things have grown. I think about when I came out here in 1989, McLaughlin down in Mumford had about 5 houses on it. And that was on just the front. And the only place to eat was Sparky's. Then they had bumpers for a little bit. So if you think about it now, it's really changed. We've done a great job. We have the 2 fire stations now. I think that's paramount. When I first run for the county commission, I was talking to the commissioner. I said, hey, we need a county fire department. And they told me that the state constitution said, didn't say we had to provide fire service. And I said, man, I don't want to be a minimalist county. I want to be one to provide stuff for the people. And we have the 2, and I think we need to look, further than that on the fire service, but infrastructure, roads, getting people to and from, that's always going to be at the forefront. We have to improve that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys coming.